Hey guys, this is Rajan and today we'll be talking about some of the most important questions of this chapter, the last lesson from the class 12th English book. So I'm assuming that all of you understand the concept of this chapter, so it'll be easy for all of you to understand these questions. So let's look into these. What did Franz notice unusual about the school that day? So Franz went into the school and there were things that made him a little surprised. So what are the things? Let's see. What Franz noticed unusual that day was that there was no bustle of students outside the school like other days. No sound could be heard of the opening and closing of desks. Also, like any other day, that day no sound could be heard of students repeating their lessons in unison. So what used to happen every day was that there used to be a crowd in front of the school before the classes used to start, and there used to be a very noisy atmosphere. Students were entering the class, adjusting their desks, etc. But that day everything was just calm and there was no sound at all. Also, students used to repeat the lessons when the teacher used to ask them, but on that day even that sound couldn't be heard. What did Franz think for a moment? So let's look at this. For a moment, Franz thought of skipping his class and spending the day outside. So, before going to the school, Franz saw that it's a beautiful, lovely day, a bright, sunny day. So, for a moment, he thought, let's just skip the class and enjoy the day outside. But later on, he changed his mind and went to the class. What is the name of the blacksmith in the chapter, the last lesson? So, what's the name of the blacksmith? Let's see. The name of the blacksmith in the chapter, that last lesson, was Watcher. So, you should get the spelling right, Watcher. Fourth question, let's see. Why was Franz surprised by MML's behavior that day? So Mr. MML was behaving a little differently that day. So let's have a look at it. MML was known to be a very strict teacher, but that day, even after being late for the class, he didn't scold Franz. Rather, he told him kindly to come and sit. Moreover, MML was wearing a black-green coat, a frill shirt and a black silk cap that day, which he doesn't regularly wear except on inspection and prize days. These things surprised Franz. So as Franz mentioned in the beginning of the chapter that MML was always a strict teacher, so it was obvious that if someone is late for the class, then MML will definitely scold him. But MML didn't scold Franz at all, so this was a little surprising for Franz that I was late but he didn't say anything. Apart from that, MML was wearing very special dress that day. As mentioned here, he was wearing a green coat, a frill shirt and a black silk cap, which he used to wear on special occasions like inspection and prize days. So Franz was little surprised to see that MML was wearing such beautiful dresses on a normal day. What does MML think about the French language? MML thinks that French language is the clearest, most logical and most beautiful language in the world, which everyone in France should learn and never forget. So MML said this in the class that it is the most beautiful language, the French language. Everyone in the country should learn it. It's very logical and very clear as well, the French language. So we have the last question. What did MML write on the blackboard just before dismissing the class, and what did these words mean? So he wrote something before dismissing the class, and these words were Vive la France. As you can see, just before dismissing the class, MML wrote Vive la France very largely on the blackboard. These words mean long live France. So as MML mentioned to all his students during the class that it is going to be the last lesson he can give them, so just an emotion came out of his heart and he wrote Vive la France, which means the France should live long, a long life to it. So these are the questions I have arranged, and obviously the video for all the questions and answers of this chapter will be uploaded soon, or probably I have already uploaded. You can check out the comment section or the description box. And if you have any confusion related to any of these questions, you can also comment me. I'll try to reply to you. So we'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.